Hello, Earth signs. Today I am doing a reading for all my Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn in that order. This is a love reading, so the focus will be about love, relationships, and anything else that tarot wants to talk about, whether it's about love or not. But I just read what the cards say, so I don't choose what it says. Oh, there it is. Taurus goes first. I don't know if I said that. I said in that order. You've got two things here. Three. I'm going to reshuffle. I'm not liking that. Three's too much. Two's okay. Three's a crowd. All right, let's try again, considering it's a love reading. All right, let's get one for Taurus. Let's get a card for Taurus. All right, Earth signs, starting with Taurus. This is really thinking here. What are you thinking about, Taurus? There it is. I will take the two if it's only two. Ooh, religious factors and playfulness. All right, so your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual paths and playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. All right, so you got two things going on. You've got your code of conduct for morals and what you feel is right and wrong, and also playfulness. Let your inner child shine through is what I'm hearing, okay, Taurus. I like how the oracles are just kind of, I think they capture the big picture and the underlying like meaning of the read, and even like just advice. All right, and I see the religious one as not necessarily being advice, but maybe telling you what your obstacle or what the obstacle is too. That one is more of an obstacle. All right, so we're starting a new sign, a new element. So Earth, we'll do one more shuffle. Let's see what's going on. Taurus, you're the only one that has two oracles. All right, Knight of Cups. We have the Page of Swords. So far, Knight of Cups, Page of Swords. And the Six of Rings. The pages are about communication. They're also about messages that are being sent, feelings being revealed. Like it's just, they're more like revealing of information, okay? So you do have the Knight of Cups. And, you know, the Knight of Cups is action, or, you know, knights are action-oriented. Pages are more messengers. They're more like letting people know things more than anything else, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's action-oriented. However, the messenger for the swords is usually a little bit more action-oriented because those cards are all about action. But you do have, you know, the Knight of Cups is a romantic person, a person that thinks a lot about love. They're thinking with their heart. If this is a male or female, it doesn't really matter. It's the Knight just represents the kind of energy. And it's, you know, somebody who's very charming. It represents attractiveness, being attractive as well. But mostly it's more about romantic proposals, okay? And actually going ahead and putting it on the table, like putting it out there, saying, hey, I feel this way. What do you think? All right. That's kind of where the Knight of Cups comes from. He is action oriented. He's taking his chances or her chances. and is just kind of saying, this is how I feel. But the point is, it's unlike the Knight of Wands. This has more feelings involved. Like this person here is more invested with their heart versus, you know, from the belt down, which a lot of times the Knight of Wands can indicate, not all the time, but sometimes. So I think that the problem is this desire to approach that way, Taurus, but the inability to do it. And so enters the Page of Swords, which is the messenger. This is a person who is all about learning, all about new ideas, very curious, and also has the energy of a child, which I find kind of funny that you have playfulness as one of your oracle cards that came out. So this right here is having more of like a youthful approach to things and how they want to say something. Or this could also be you, Taurus, your feelings and your wanting and willingness to lay things out on the table and your approach to doing it, but you're thinking a lot. Okay, you're thinking about how to do it. And I have a feeling with this Page of Swords that you're trying to be creative about it. Swords are not always the most creative cards, but I guess I should say witty, because the swords are more witty when it comes to charm. But I think you're also trying to find the right moment. You're also trying to find if the connection is there, okay? And I'm trying to figure out where this religious factor is coming from. I think I have it with the Six of Rings, Taurus. I think it's there. I'm going to put it back. Now I'm going to actually shuffle. You do have the Six of Rings, Taurus, and the Six of Rings is about an imbalance of power more than anything. Okay, giving, receiving, sharing. Anything that has to do with making things balanced out in a relationship. But sometimes when it's more of an obstacle, it's about having more power, one person in the connection having more power than the other, and that is what makes it an obstacle. All right, what is missing here is the Wheel of Fortune, which is the spin for the opportunity. Okay, so it looks like opportunity seems to be part of this Page of Swords, this contemplating, this trying to decide the right time, trying to decide the approach. It's the Wheel of Fortune. And also, I think it's just not knowing how things are going to pan out. If I had to say the religious factor or the spiritual factor coming in, it has something to do with opportunity, but it also has to do with the Six of Rings, which is about having an imbalance of power. One of you are in a position of more power than the other person, and it's creating missed opportunities or opportunities not being able to be taken when they come about. So I think like even if the opportunity was there, it's very difficult, I think, for you, Taurus, or them, whoever is the one that is more likely to initiate this connection. There is that element of power not being used properly, for lack of better words. So, but I feel like you both have this playful energy. You both want the same thing. This Knight of Cups and the Page of Swords tells me that you're both very much interested in this connection, and you're both pretty torn as to how to approach with this Page of Swords. But you both have the desire, I think, to put it out there. It's just, I feel like even with the Wheel of Fortune spinning and opportunities presenting themselves, it just never feels like the right time to do it. So what I think is going to happen is that there may be some incidents of just flirting and just kind of being around each other and joking around. And, you know, from there, I don't know what's going to happen, but that's what's going on with you, Taurus. Okay. So yes, I think both of you have the same feelings, the same desires, but you know, that imbalance of power, I think, is what's going to keep this connection from moving along. Okay, Virgo, you are next. Oops. Let me start with the Romance Angels, Virgo. Here we go. Romance Angel, what's going on with Virgos? I haven't gotten a lot of major arcanas, I've noticed. A lot of more fine details more than anything. There we go. Forgiving and learning. And you got 2, retreat. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And retreat, it's time to disconnect from the world. All right. So I guess it's more of being on a path of self-discovery and some healing over maybe a lost connection, a lost relationship, or something else going on in your life, Virgo. Let's find out what that is. We are doing, we did Taurus, now we're on Virgo, and the last one will be Capricorn. Okay, let's do one more Virgo and see what happens. What's going on with this forgiving and learning and retreating from the world, or disconnecting from the world. All right, Virgo, we've got 8 of Rings, Razor Focus. This card just keeps coming up. I think a lot of focused energy going on. The Empress. And the 6 of Swords. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and pull a clarifier for the Empress. All right, so Virgo, what it looks like to me right now is an agenda for exactly what it says right there, for time to disconnect from the world. And I think there's some self-discovery going on with the Empress. The Empress is a very pregnant card. And what that means is that there's a lot of potential going on there, okay? And the 6 of Swords can literally, I think in this case, means moving. So I have a feeling, Virgo, that you might be in for a move. And sometimes it's moving from one mental space to another. Sometimes it's just changing attitude. But in this case, I feel like there is probably going to be a physical move. And that's going to be your retreat or your disconnect from the world, is you're going to leave a world behind, okay? Meaning a life behind, and moving on to a new one. But I think there is a possibility that you're actually really going to move, like physically move, residence. Let's see. I want this for the Empress because there is a growth opportunity here. Waiting for the card to come out. Oh, there it went. Strength. All right, it's funny because you got two cards from Major Arcana after I was saying that there aren't any Major Arcana cards. Okay. You are, I think, having a hard time letting go of something, a hard time letting go of a connection, of a relationship that you've recently probably experienced with a person. And you are looking, I think, to find your strength, to find yourself. And you're going to do it by moving and taking on, I don't want to say a new life or anything like that, but I think that at some point here, you're going to realize that you need to remove yourself from that setting to start over with this Empress card, to find yourself, be yourself. I think it's going to take actually physically moving away and going somewhere else to start over, Virgo. Okay. With the 6 of Swords, it's really indicating that you know, you're basically going to need that push, that fresh start, the new scenery. Maybe there's too many memories where you are, and maybe you go to the local store and you were worried about running into this person, or little things that remind you of this person. And in order for you to start over, it's going to require a fresh beginning where everything is brand new. You do have the 8 of Rings, and I feel like in this case, for some of you Virgos, it's either that you are completely focused on doing this, on this change. Some of you guys are probably going to receive a job offer that's going to give you the opportunity to make the change. And you may contemplate it a little bit. I am going to take the bottom card for this one. I feel like you may contemplate it a little bit, like to wonder if this is what you should do. Like, is this job going to be good for me? And I think what you're going to find with this card is it's going to offer you an opportunity. You got the Star as the clarifier. You have 3 major arcanas here out of 5 cards. It's going to offer you an opportunity not only to start over and to make things come to fruition that you're wanting in your life, whether it's job related, love related, or just personal peace and personal growth. You are definitely going to see this job opportunity as the vehicle to get you there. Okay, so I feel like many of you guys will be moving. It looks like for a lot of you, it will be job related, a job opportunity that's going to give you food for thought. You know, this job's going to be offered to you, and you're going to, if you're thinking, hey, I don't know if I want to move there. I don't know if I want to move to that part of town, or I think it's going to be farther than just out of town, the state or whatever. But then I feel like you're going to think about it and say, you know, the thinkers that you are, Virgo, and say, you know what, this is probably the change that I have been looking for. There's so much that I want to do with my life. You've got the Empress card right here, which is all about new beginnings, new worlds, giving birth to opportunities and creating your own destiny. Okay, so I am seeing a move. And unfortunately for Virgos, I see more of the love that I'm seeing is more self-love, but a lot of this is stemming from a broken heart. Okay, so I feel like love is pushing you to do this somehow. Okay, regardless of where the love is, where it's gone, it's just the idea of love or someone else's love is what's going to cause the scenario for you. And if I'm going to say when, I would say summer, fall is what I'm feeling. Okay, maybe the opportunity will arise in summer, fall. The move may happen late fall, early winter is what I'm thinking. So I don't know why I usually don't get time frames, but I'm feeling time frames with this one. All right, that is what I have for you, Virgo. Let's do Capricorn next. Okay, here is Capricorn. Put this back here. We will start with the Romance Angels. I don't know why these are upside down. Or put these outside. Okay, let's go. This is my last one, and I'm done with all the elements. I've been so busy at work, I just can't do the videos like I could in the summer. All right, I'll try to be more regular with my schedule in the summer. All right, let's go here. Capricorn, what's going on with Capricorn? This is for the end of May. However, you know, somewhat timeless, could extend into June. I'm a firm believer of when you see the message, it was meant for you. Hopefully. All right. I need one card, please, for Capricorn. One card for Capricorn, please. I am not getting one. Okay, all earth signs got 2 cards. I don't know how that happened. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And then you got deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Warning signs. All right, Capricorn. Got the 2 cards about warning signs. They're for a reason. All right, so let's shuffle some cards. Let's give these a very good shuffle. Since we are ending this whole this video, but the whole series that I did for the elements, we're ending it with Capricorn. Okay. False mask and red flags. All right, masks and flags. There we go. Let's see what's going on, Capricorn. This is the longest video too of all the elements. All right, here we go. You got strength, but you're going to need it for deception. And red flags, the lovers. And you got the 6 of swords. Okay. I am going to pull a card for the 6 of swords right off the bat, Capricorn. And there it is. It has fallen. Page of swords. All right, so I think with the spread that I am really getting a sense of something is going on and you're very aware of it, Capricorn, because Capricorns are hard to fool, okay? I feel that this is something that's been kind of ongoing. I'm going to pull another card. Okay, Capricorn. 7 of Rings, which is also 7 of Pentacles. It's been a long time in the making, and the 7 of Rings kind of supports that as well. It's something that you've known that's been going on. There is deception going on. I'm feeling that it's not necessarily being done by you, Capricorn, but it's being done to you. Okay. But it's something that you've kind of known about, and whether you're married or just in a relationship, that's irrelevant. What is obvious here is that the person that you're dealing with is very good at hiding it. And it looks like there's even a chance that they're living sort of 2 lives here. Okay. They're very good at hiding how they feel. They're very good at, coming home or picking you up, or when you guys go out together, or you pick them up, of them acting like nothing is wrong. They really are playing a double life here. Okay. They are not, I'm trying to figure out, like, that's why I kept pulling cards, trying to figure out what their agenda is in the end. Like, because to me, anytime that someone has a double life, and literally double life, I don't know really about that, but it looks like this person's juggling 2 of you. And there is like a benefit to them from each one. Okay. And they've been doing this for a while. And the only thing that I can gather from this is they're getting the physical needs and the love from one person, and they're getting more or less financial support by another. Okay, I feel like someone's giving money, giving comforts, giving gifts, and making the other person comfortable, making their life easy. The other one is giving more of like the physical things that the other person wants, the love, the sex, the companionship. Okay, so I think really it depends on where you are in this scenario, Capricorn. Are you the person giving? Or are you the person giving money, for example? Like, what are you contributing to this relationship? Because you are only half of this person's, you're giving them half of what they need. Okay. The other person is giving the other half. I'm going to try to pull another card. I know I keep pulling them. I want to see if I can shed any light on the other person, or yeah, let me just see if I can pull some more information, because I really would like to be able to shed as much light. I see two of you, and you are there for a purpose. You are providing like not a service, but you're providing one part of this, of your significant other's necessities. And their other person that they are hiding from you is providing them with something else. So if you happen to have a very good job, Capricorn, and you are giving money, gifts, helping this person out, that's your role. And you need to identify to that. 5 of Wands. Okay, so with the 5 of Wands, regardless of the definition of the 5 of Wands is about competition. It's about, feelings of conflict and things going bad and challenges. But in this case, what I'm getting from this is they are with their ex and with you. So if this is a fairly new connection, this person has not let go of their previous connection. So they're kind of juggling you and their ex at the same time. They are not ready to let go of their ex because there is something from their ex that they're not ready to give up. I don't think so much it's the relationship, it's love, but I think that this ex provides something very useful to your significant other or your love interest. And so you are providing something, the ex is providing something they can't let go. And it doesn't look like your significant other is providing much to anybody. Okay. They're just kind of taking, and they're taking it from both sides and basically living their best life that way. But it just seems like if there's a point where this is going to get kind of difficult to navigate. And you, I think, probably are going to have to acknowledge it and bring it out in the open, because they certainly are not going to do it. So I am so sorry, Capricorn, but this is what I am seeing. I am seeing most likely this person is still with their ex, and they're receiving something from their ex that they just cannot seem to let go, be it money, be it sex. There is something there they are not letting go. And I think the Strength card is really just pulled as the first card. The entry of this read is for you to realize that it will be taking strength on your part to acknowledge all this. And, deception, someone's wearing a mask, and then the red flags. Pay attention to the red flags. It takes strength sometimes, because sometimes we know what's under our noses and you just choose not to acknowledge what you're seeing. Okay. So that is what I have for you, Capricorn. I think you really need to acknowledge what is going on around you. Look at the flags, the red flags, and understand that somebody is not really being their true self here in this relationship. And ask yourself, is this person I'm dealing with worth all this? I have to say 99.9% of the time they're not. So that's all I have for you, Capricorn. I'm sorry that was not a very positive read, but it's, to me, more enlightening than anything to know if you have the suspicion, it's confirmed, time to move on. So anyways, thank you for watching my channel, Earth Signs, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.